Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our co-main event of the evening. And it is for the Sparta Sports and Entertainment Welterweight MMA Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, please welcome Jon Nelson Griffith.
Here we go, Sparta's title on the line in the 170-pound MMA division. Gives us Jon Nelson versus Archie Colgan. Nelson, the elder by 3 years at 27 versus 24. Even in height, even in weight. Nelson with the distinct advantage in experience. And Colgan, wrestler versus ninjutsu.
You take a look at Jon Nelson. He's fond of the arm bars as well as the heel hooks, and the last time we saw Jon Nelson was fighting for the title against Brandon Taylor. It ended in the first round, and it was one of those fights where they said he tapped. We looked at it, and he did not tap, but at that moment, the official thought that he did, the referee thought that he did. He was awarded the win, but he's facing a much different and much better fighter, in my opinion, Archie Colgan, and you got to know how good he is. Just 2 fights, we've seen them both. None have gotten out of the first round, and he's fighting for a title.
Yeah, Colgan is a special talent, that's for sure. And you know, his record, only 2 fights, but you know, he probably has 1,000 wrestling matches behind him, so no stranger to the stage.
Co-main event, again, Nelson, the last time we saw him defeating Brandon Taylor.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Nutrition Company of Cheyenne blue corner, please welcome Archie Colgan.
Well, this will be Mr. Colgan's 3rd fight coming from Elevation and also training with the boys in that area, and I'll tell you, a lot of killers in that gym, as we know. We talked about it earlier, JR, that those 2 gyms ranked above the top 5, Genesis Training Academy as well as Elevation. They cross-train a lot. The last time out, he beat Jamal Shaw, who came in 4-1 with a serious ground and pound, and then in his debut fight, he won with a short right hand that knocked his opponent out. Those are his 2 wins. Again, neither going out of the first round.
So we'll see if Mr. Colgan able to extend that winning streak and go home with a little hardware, or Mr. Nelson.
Colgan, really one of those up-and-coming fighters that, talking to him this week and interviewing with him, he'd like to get 5 amateur fights in. I don't know that he's going to get that.
One of those special talents that people see him, hear of him, and then it's hard to get him opponents because of the way that he's managing things.
And listen, there's nothing, you know, he comes in, the last fight against Jamal Shaw was 6'3". He had absolutely 0 problem with the height advantage that Shaw had, able to get underneath him, and his power, once he gets a hold of you, his power is just unbelievable. He was 1 place from being an All-American as he wrestled at Wyoming.
Ladies and gentlemen, this welterweight championship bout is brought to you by High Country Harley-Davidson of Cheyenne. Let's meet our fighters first. Fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, from Colorado Springs, Colorado, representing CS MMA, he is the reigning Sparta lightweight champion, Jon the Ronin Nelson Griffith.
Going up a weight class, trying to get
and his
belt.
Opponent, fighting out of the Nutrition Company of Cheyenne blue corner, from Westminster, Colorado, representing Genesis Training Center, he is an undefeated fighter, presenting Archie Colgan.
In the ring daily with guys like in the cage with Grant Neal.
Gentlemen, you had your final instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Questions? Questions? Touch them up, gentlemen.
Here we go.
I don't think this one's going to go the distance, JR.
170-pound title on the line.
Nelson going for a double title, has the lightweight title by way of that tap-out win, but he's got a different animal tonight. Colgan, powerful.
Right hand by
Big
Colgan.
right hand. Oh, yeah.
Staggers Nelson back. Couple of jackhammer rights.
Yep.
Both guys with knees.
Little uppercut
Outside
there.
trip.
You see the wrestling. He just sloughed off that arm bar.
Oh, and hard shots.
That's it. Wow. Wow.
Not wasting any time, Mr. Colgan.
I told you, this kid is the real deal.
He is a special talent. You talked about him wanting 5 fights. Well, that's not going to make it any easier for him to get his 4th.
It's not.
As an amateur is what we're talking about before he goes pro. And wow.
Whoa, big right hand that struck him up against the cage, and he just kept pounding away. The power that this kid has is unbelievable.
And then the sweep, nicely done, goes for the ground and pound. Nelson tried for the armbar,
He just
looked
sloughed
to
it
set
off.
up. Colgan able to come down with a hard ground and pound. There's so much power in that gentleman's strikes.
We knew coming in that Nelson would go. He's kind of the armbar guy. That's his weapon, but the power of Colgan was way too much. What'd you think of the stoppage, JR?
I thought it was a good stoppage. He'd had a couple really hard, really clean, unanswered shots. Head had been bounced off the canvas a couple of times. That shows he's not ready to protect himself.
No.
So.
Well, every time we've seen him fight, it seems like the knockouts get quicker.
Well, it speaks to the training that he has. You talked about some of the people that he's in the gym with on a daily basis, and man, room full of killers every day. Hard to not get better every time out.
Yeah, you're talking about one of the top gyms in the world, and they are producing some talent out of there, that's for sure. I think this kid has the opportunity as well, that the body type that if he needed to as a pro could probably go down to 55.
Hard to believe he's a 3-fight amateur.
Is that, yeah.
Oh my gracious. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Oscar Martinez calls a stop to this contest at 28 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout and the new Sparta welterweight champion, Archie Colgan. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by our new champion, Mr. Archie Colgan. All right, first and foremost, can you wait until I sit down, please, to finish the fight? My goodness, Archie, you came out aggressive from the start. You clearly wanted to take advantage and take control of this fight early on. But walk us through your game plan, how you prepared, what you were trying to do coming in.
I was trying to get on him, man. I know that I've been training real hard, and I don't think anybody here is training harder than me, so I wanted to get on him. If it goes 3 rounds, he was going to be dog-tired, so I got him from the beginning, and I was just going to stay on him the whole time.
It's a good plan, good plan. Now, Archie, I'm curious. It sounds like you have a lot of fans in the building tonight, a lot of fans, I'm sure, watching on pay-per-view around the country. Anything that you want to say to them tonight?
Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching the stream, supporting me. This is the beginning of the journey, and we're going to keep running at it.
Now, with that being said, I just have one question to ask you. What's next?
We'll see. We'll see.
Not even a teaser? Not a sneak peek?
No sneak peeks. We bring it to me. We'll talk with my coaches, and we'll figure it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your victor, Mr. Archie Colgan.
That's a bad man right there.
Yes, indeed.